In the world of football, where money and fame often make loyalty fade, one man stood apart. A man who was offered everything: trophies, money, global fame, yet refused to abandon the city he loved. His name is Francesco Totti, the one and only King of Rome. This is not just a story about football. It's a story about love, loyalty, and what it means to belong to something greater than yourself. The boy from Porta Metronia. Totti was born on September 27, 1976, in Rome, not just any city, but the eternal city. From a young age, he lived and breathed football. He played on the streets, barefoot and fearless, often wearing the red and yellow colors of AS Roma. His dream wasn't to play for the biggest clubs in Europe. His dream was simple: to play for Roma, the team of his heart. At just 16 years old, Totti made his debut for Roma in 1993. The boy from the streets of Rome had made it to the Stadio Olimpico. What came next was not just a career, it was a legacy. The rise of a Roman legend. Through the late 90s and early 2000s, Totti became Roma's beating heart. Elegant on the ball, deadly with his vision and passing, and capable of scoring from anywhere, he was more than just a forward, he was an artist. Fans adored him not only for his talent, but for his connection to them. When Totti played, the entire city felt it. In 2001, under Fabio Capello, Roma achieved the impossible: they won the Serie A title. For the first time in nearly 2 decades, the Scudetto returned to the capital. The image of Totti lifting that trophy, tears in his eyes, remains one of the most iconic moments in Italian football. For him, it wasn't just victory, it was destiny fulfilled. He could have left that summer. Real Madrid came calling. Clubs across Europe offered millions. But Totti said no. He said, winning one title with Roma is worth more than 10 with another team. Loyalty in a changing world. In a football era where loyalty became rare, Totti remained a symbol of devotion. He stayed through difficult years, through managerial changes, defeats, and heartbreaks. While others chased silverware, he chose belonging. Roma wasn't just his team, it was his family. And it wasn't blind loyalty either. He was often the one carrying the team, saving them with late goals, brilliant assists, and unforgettable performances. Even when Roma fell short in league battles or Europe, Totti never turned away. He kept leading, kept believing. His love affair with the Giallorossi became football's greatest romance story, the kind that reminded fans why they fell in love with the sport in the first place. Golden moments and international glory. Totti wasn't just a local hero. He was also a key figure for the Italian national team. Despite injuries, he played a vital role in Italy's 2006 World Cup triumph. Even with a fractured leg earlier that year, he pushed through pain to deliver when it mattered most, setting up goals, scoring penalties, and showing courage that inspired millions. After that World Cup, he returned to Roma, where his focus remained, giving everything to the club that made him. In 2007, he won the European Golden Boot, proving that age and loyalty hadn't dimmed his brilliance. He was still among the best in the world, and he did it all wearing the same colors since boyhood. The farewell, tears of a city. Every story has an ending, and Totti's farewell was one that brought the entire football world to tears. On May 28, 2017, Francesco Totti played his final game for Roma. The Stadio Olimpico was packed. Tens of thousands of fans cried, waved banners, and sang his name not just as a footballer, but as a son of Rome. When the final whistle blew, Totti stood on the pitch, overwhelmed by emotion. He gave a heartfelt speech that left not a single dry eye in the stadium. "I'm afraid," he said, "I'm afraid to stop. You know, when you're a child and you dream about scoring a goal for Roma? Well, that dream never leaves you." He kissed the ball, kissed the pitch, and said goodbye, a farewell that felt more like the end of an era than just a player retiring. It was the closing chapter of a love story that lasted 25 years. Legacy of the King. Francesco Totti ended his career with over 300 goals for Roma and more than 700 appearances. He became the club's all-time leading scorer and appearance maker. But his true legacy isn't measured in numbers. It's measured in love, the love he gave to his club, and the love he received back from millions. He showed that loyalty still has value, that not every player dreams of bigger contracts or global fame. Some dream of home, some dream of meaning. Even after retirement, Totti remains an ambassador of Roma, still seen in the stands, still supporting his team, still loved by fans who call him Il Capitano, the captain. When future generations talk about football loyalty, one name will always rise above the rest: Francesco Totti, the boy who became a king, and the king who never left his throne. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more emotional football documentaries every week.